So friends, in this lecture, we'll be getting an idea of different types of errors that we may commit while doing test of hypothesis. So, what kind of possibility of errors are there when we are testing the hypothesis? So, let us start. So, the first one is the outcome of a hypothesis testing. What may be the outcome of hypothesis testing? So, you can see when you are testing a hypothesis, either you will be rejecting the null hypothesis or you fail to reject the null hypothesis. So, these are the two possibilities, either you reject null hypothesis or you fail to reject null hypothesis. So, based on this, what are all possibilities are there? The first one, you just read it here. The first one, the hypothesis is true, but our test rejects it. So, whatever test criteria that we have applied is rejecting the null hypothesis, which is true. So, when true hypothesis is getting rejected, that means you have committed a kind of error. So, that error is known as type 1 error. The second possibility is that the hypothesis is false. So, whatever hypothesis is there, that is false, but the test criteria that we have applied is accepting it. So, that means again we have committed an error, but this is a different kind of error. This kind of error is known as type 2 error. Now, another two possibilities are there. The hypothesis is true and our test accept it. That means the true hypothesis is being accepted, which is a correct decision. That means our test is correct. We have correctly decided to accept the true hypothesis. The fourth possibility is that hypothesis is false and our test rejects it. So, again it is a correct decision. That means the false null hypothesis is being rejected by our test. So, these are the all four possibilities are there when we are testing hypothesis with certain test criteria. Now, here you can see you have listed two types of error, type 1 error and type 2 error. So, what are those type 1 and type 2 errors that we will be seeing in the next slides. So, first is type 1 error. So, what is type 1 error? It is probability of rejecting a null hypothesis. Probability of rejecting a null hypothesis which is true. Probability of rejecting a null hypothesis which is true. So, null hypothesis, when it was true, you have rejected or your test has rejected the null hypothesis. That means you have committed a mistake, and that mistake is known as type 1 error. So, probability of committing type 1 error is denoted by alpha. So, this probability of committing type 1 error is denoted by alpha. If you remember, if you try to remember, somewhere else also you have studied about alpha. So, this alpha is also called as level of significance. Here you can see at the time of telling you about level of significance, I have told that level of significance is also a maximum limit of committing type 1 error. So, here you can understand what is the probability of rejecting null hypothesis when it is true. So, null hypothesis, so this graph you can see, this whole graph, area of whole graph is telling about null hypothesis. And when we are rejecting null hypothesis, when a value is falling in these two areas. So, what are these two areas? These two areas or boundary of these two areas are called as level of significance. So, this level of significance is the maximum chance of committing type 1 error or maximum probability of rejecting a null hypothesis when it is true. So, when probability of rejecting a null hypothesis when it is true, that means a true hypothesis has been rejected. A true null hypothesis has been rejected. Now, another one is the type 2 error. So, type 2 error, it is not rejecting null hypothesis when it is false. not rejecting null hypothesis when it is false. That means null hypothesis was wrong and you have accepted it. Null hypothesis was wrong and you have accepted it. That means you have committed again a mistake, and that mistake is known as type 2 error. So here you can see the probability of committing type 2 error is denoted by beta. So type 1 is denoted by alpha and type 2 is denoted by beta. So beta is probability of committing type 2 error and probability of not rejecting a hypothesis which was false. So here you can see this type 1 error. Type 1 error, if you are considering it as a one-tail hypothesis testing, you can see this type 1 error is coming equivalent to level of significance. That is maximum probability of committing type 1 error. Maximum probability of committing type 1 error. So these are the area where null hypothesis was false, but you have accepted it. Null hypothesis was false, but you have accepted it. Similarly, in the second area, you can see where null hypothesis is false and you have accepted it. This is the acceptance region. So null hypothesis is false, but you have accepted it. So this is called as type 2 error. Null hypothesis is false and you have accepted it. However, you can say it in otherwise, that alternate hypothesis is correct and you have accepted. Alternate hypothesis is correct and you have rejected it. Okay, that means you have not rejected null hypothesis which was false. You have not rejected null hypothesis which was false. Now consider two situations. The first situation where you have taken a sample, you have taken two samples from the population, x1 and x2. Now you come to know by certain means that x1 bar, that is mean of x1 and mean of x2 are one and same. One and same. That means x1 bar is equal to x2 bar. Now you want to test it. X1 bar is equal to x2 bar, or it is equal or not by certain test criteria to evaluate your test criteria. But in the test of significance, we found that difference in both the means are significant. So in true sense, x1 bar was equal to x2 bar, but when you tested it, the difference was significant. That means it was not equal to x1 bar was not equal to x2 bar. So such type of error is known as type 1 error. Type 1 error. Now another condition you see where x1 bar is not equal to x2 bar. X1 bar is not equal to x2 bar. That means both the means are different. In real, in true observation, you found that these two means are different. But in test of significance, we found that difference in both the means are non-significant. So when you tested it with certain test criteria, you found that these means are not significantly different. So this type of error is called as type 2 error. So this was about the types of error, type 1 and type 2 error. Now we will summarize it, and here in summary you can see the conditions, different conditions. First, in first column you can see is the decision, and in first row you can see what are the condition. If H0 is true, and you have accepted, you see the situation when null hypothesis is true and you have accepted it. If it is true and you have accepted it, that means you have made a correct decision. There is no error. Its probability should be high, called confidence coefficient. Confidence coefficient, and it is given by 1 minus alpha. Confidence coefficient, not rejection region, but it is a confidence region. Confidence region, that means the null hypothesis is true and you have accepted it. Second situation, when null hypothesis is false and you have accepted it. Null hypothesis is false and you have accepted it. This is called as type 2 error. its probability should be low. Okay, whenever you are testing a test criteria, that means the type probability of committing type 2 error by that particular test criteria, it should be low. It is given by symbol beta. I have already told you. So now question arise. Let me finish this, then I will tell you. Another situation when null hypothesis is true, but you have rejected it. Null hypothesis is true and you have rejected it. So this is incorrect decision, and this is called as type 1 error. Null hypothesis is true and you have rejected it. Its probability should be low and it is called as level of significance. I have also told you that in the definition of level of significance, I have told you it is the maximum probability of committing type 1 error, and it is given by symbol alpha. Now the fourth possibility, the null hypothesis is false and you have rejected it. So this is also a correct decision and its probability should be high, and this is called as power of test, and it is symbolized by 1 minus beta. So H0 is false, that is null hypothesis is false and you have rejected it. So the if hypothesis is false, you have to reject it, and that is called as the power of test. Now the question arises sometime in your examination. The question is being asked, which one is grave mistake, whether type 1 error or type 2 error, which one is grave. So this type 2 error, if you see this type 2 error is telling H0, that is null hypothesis is false, but you have accepted it. Null hypothesis is false, but you have accepted it. This is a grave situation. This is a severe mistake. Why? It based on the legal principle that I have already discussed in last class, that let the all the criminals be free, but the innocent should not get punishment. So it is based on that principle only, that if a hypothesis is false, you have to reject it. Even if a true hypothesis is getting rejection, that is not that much serious mistake, but if a false hypothesis is getting accepted, that is a serious mistake. So with that note, I am completing the brief discussion on types of error. Now in next class we will start the different test criteria like t-test, z-test or f-test, etc. Thank you.